It never looks at me. Hello YouTube, welcome to a very special podcast videocast of sorts. Today you're going to see an interview chat I did with a YouTuber, Beth Hoyt, at the Beth Hoyt on Twitter. She does her videos for Beth in Show. If you know what Beth in Show is, you'll know what I'm talking about. That's probably why you're here. If you don't know who she is, I'll explain who she is in the interview. We did it via Google Hangout, and we sat down and we chatted for half an hour or so about her internet, sort of what she does on the internet. She makes little videos, a bit like this, but much better, because I don't usually make videos, I just normally do podcasts, so this is just me. Picked a nice little background, got it from IKEA. We sat down via Google Hangout, and on Google Hangout we had a discussion about her videos and how she got into YouTube and how she got onto My Damn Channel Live, and also what the future holds for her comedy-wise. So we sat down via Google. So this, what we're doing here, looks alright, looks quite nice, and looks on a nice little camera. It's going to switch over to Google Hangout, which we all know is a little bit kind of blurry. And sometimes it does this weird thing where we're talking, and you'll see her, and you'll see me, you'll see her, and you'll see me, and her, see me, and then suddenly the camera will go off and it will have a picture of her, which is nothing, because her profile picture of the Hangout isn't anything. And then you'll get a picture of me, and I'm sort of doing this, looking up. One of my weird selfies I put on there. But yeah, so enjoy it, let's do it. And if you have got this far in the video and you think, I can't bother to watch this video, you can listen to the audio, because I've put it down in the links below for the podcast, which you can find all the links for. Because if you go to barkerpodcast.webs.com, you can find all my podcasts and all my videos in the Barker Podcast section. It's Not Soccer, Oddcast Podcast, many more. And just keep up to date with the stuff I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing, why don't you subscribe? So here we go, it's a Beth in Show chat with Beth Hoyt and myself. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Adam Barker ODDcast Podcast UK. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak. The ODDcast Podcast UK.
The reason I put my name at the bottom as well, so the guest I'm talking to actually can remember my name.
Oh, I know your name.
Yeah. What is it?
Adam Barker.
Oh yeah, that's because it says at the bottom.
No, I wasn't looking. I just took my glasses off.
Oh, okay. Alright then. So Beth Hoyt, how are you doing? You alright?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm really good. This is really weird because it's really late at night here, but it's early-ish for you.
It's sunlight outside. I'll show you guys. This will be good for your podcast. Hey, podcast listeners, look at the sun. Well, actually, it's cloudy, but it's 5%. Crazy.
So have you just finished work or anything, or are you just sort of been out?
Going to do some work. I mean, I've been doing my vlog today. I've been editing, so that's work. Doesn't feel like work.
Yeah. Okay.
My bad.
So, who are you? I suppose that's the question that I think everyone might want to know.
I am a Gemini. My name is Beth. I have a YouTube channel called Beth in Show. I started on YouTube like a year ago with My Damn Channel, and I did a daily live internet show called My Damn Channel Live, and that was fun. And then I started my blog through that. Now that show is done, but I just blog now. But I'm an actor and comedian based out of New York City. I'm from Wisconsin originally, so I'm a Midwest girl, and then I lived here for about 8 years. So I'm an actor, comedian, YouTuber.
All right. Okay. So what got you into that then? What made you decide to leave Wisconsin, move to New York, and become an actor, comedian?
I always planned on that. I mean, it's weird that, like, there's a lot of things you plan when you're a kid. You're like, I'm going to do that. And then that actually did it is still, the jury's still out on whether that was a really stupid decision. Mother was just like, time to grow up, Beth, and like go to school or something. But I was a theater major in college, and then I always planned to come here after. So I just never said no to when they're like, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I was always like, I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna be, yeah. I like being on stage.
Oh, there you go. So why videos? Why YouTube? What got you into that?
Well, through that job at My Damn Channel, I mean, I kind of auditioned for that as a comedian, and it, you know, really launched me into the world of YouTube. I learned so much so quickly, and now I'm in it and I love it, and it's such a great, powerful place to be able to create things, and like even if no one sees it, just that feeling that you're creating something and putting it up every day, it's so important and helps so much as an actor and an artist. Like rather than sitting around waiting for auditions that you might never get, it's so cool to actually create things and be in control.
Well, yeah, because I'll definitely agree with the whole internet creativity, because obviously I wouldn't have a podcast if I couldn't get it out on the internet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same sort of thing, like trying to get my audio podcast out. There's the same sort of thing as getting your videos, but
Yeah.
your videos obviously are a lot more popular than mine, and you've done a lot of them.
Yeah, I do a video every Tuesday and Thursday.
How'd you get the explain to people who've never seen any of your videos, what sort of videos do you do? So
I do a lot of characters and a lot of impressions, mostly sketch stuff. Sometimes I'll be myself and tell a story. My video for tomorrow, I do that, but mostly I'm doing character and celebrity impressions, and then like a little bit of a sketch, with hopefully with topical stuff. But sometimes it's just because the weirdness of my brain has told me that Tilda Swinton needs to like sit in a bathtub and talk, so I'll do that. Because I can.
That's one of my favourite ones. Whenever you do a Tilda Swinton video, that's always one of my favourites.
It actually, like, I love it too because it doesn't. I mean, it's such a different character for me. It's not like I'm doing it, so I can fully say that I love her too because it's like I get to be someone else for a while. She's so weird. I love her.
She's like, so all these characters you created, right? And you just sort of sit down, you get a character, and you think, right, Tilda Swinton is going to read a book, and then you'll read something in Tilda Swinton's voice, or as Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, I like to plan ideas out a little earlier, only because I've just started editing my videos myself, which is a new thing for me. I'm still so terrible and so slow. Like, if any editors saw me edit, they would cringe. But since I'm editing them myself, I've learned how valuable it is to figure out what you're doing beforehand. I've learned that the hard way. Of filming like 2 hours of stuff and then being like, all right, so much work to do now. So I kind of try to plan it out before I put the wigs on or whatever. That helps. The creativity and the brainstorming happens, you know, as like a work. It's like a work process as opposed to just playing.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So obviously you're not doing it. Well, obviously you're doing it for fun as well, but it is a job, right?
Yep. Totally both. Yeah, it's mostly fun, I'd say.
Yeah, but it's a fun job.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
obviously, you are considered what I would think a YouTuber, part of that generation.
Thanks. I want to be. I mean, I'm so new to it, and I like the more events that I go to for YouTube stuff, I realize how new I am, and I don't quite feel like I am a YouTuber yet, but I'm working on it.
Okay, well, why don't you think you're a YouTuber yet?
I don't know, just I've only been there for like 5 years, and I'm so new to the game, and since I started so much later, I feel like I'm way older than the rest of the YouTubers, and I'm kind of doing things in a way aren't like I don't know, that aren't like I don't get all of my ideas from Tumblr. I have it's like an old school approach to being a YouTuber maybe.
Okay.
Which is why I don't quite feel like I'm a YouTuber yet, but I mean I'm getting there every day more and more.
Well, like you said before, you were part of My Damn Channel, yeah?
Yep.
How did that come across? Because what did that start off as?
Yeah, that's when I auditioned. That's how I got started in everything YouTube. I auditioned for them to host My Damn Channel Live. We used to do this show every day at 4 p.m. Eastern, live with a TriCaster. And it was like a comedy show. We had celebrities on, like a lot of comedians, a lot of YouTubers come on the show. We would do interviews and mostly like play games, like fun, crazy games that involve like slip and slides with shaving cream and like Chubby Bunny where you put marshmallows in your mouth. Just like get a really funny, talented person in and then kind of play like a kid's game with them.
Yeah.
It was super fun. It was really wild. And We had like a year with that on YouTube as a contract, and then it just kind of that the show got too big for its limits. We needed to be at Silver Cup Studios, and then we forayed into our own blogs instead of doing that daily show. So that's why I do more of my blog now, which is awesome. Love it.
So My Damn Channel Live isn't coming back then?
Maybe it's all they're pitching. I mean, who knows? Maybe
Okay.
it'll be on HBO. Maybe
That'd be
it'll
good.
be, I don't know. The possibilities are open.
I mean, that's where I actually come across you. I found you on My Damn Channel Live.
I think most did, yeah.
And then obviously from there I found Daily Grace, S and Emma, and everybody else on the whole channel. Because it's like a network, isn't it? It's a whole network of vloggers,
Yep.
YouTubers, comedians.
Yep. I know, it's really nice to be a part of a network.
So,
And Grace, I mean, she's the queen. She's taught me so much. And she's really cool. Just really fun to be around, and she's great.
yeah, she's really big, isn't she? I didn't
Yeah.
how big her videos were until I actually started watching them.
She owns the internet, basically. She does.
And she teaches you, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, she's so good at it. And she likes it, and it's just, she's great.
So what I like about it is the fact that I can watch these videos on YouTube and I can just sort of watch them, and it doesn't feel like you're actually working. It just feels like you're just having a laugh in front of a camera, which is probably a good thing because it makes you come across as like you're just having a laugh, but what you're doing is really kind of like you put a lot of effort in.
Yeah. The only time it's work is when I'm trying to edit and I don't know what I'm doing. Like today, I edited this video. Way out of my ballpark. I was trying to do all these sound effects, and it's kind of just a mess. It's also just like a great example of a beginning editor.
Yeah.
And if any editing teacher wants to be like, and this is what it'll be like at phase 1, they'll show them this video I made for tomorrow, and it'll be an example of stretching your limits. But yeah, filming myself and doing that, getting ideas, and it's just play. It's so cool. Can't believe anyone wants to watch.
Well, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, do you ever feel self-conscious sitting in your room recording yourself for hours on end, talking to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not uncommon in my life to do that kind of thing. It's pretty cool now that I get to put it up for a little bit of an audience. That's kind of the only, but I'm not a stranger to doing that. I always used to, when I acted more and when I'm auditions all the time, I used to always tape my auditions. So this is just a more professional way of doing that, I guess.
So you got an excuse to talk to yourself. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I can edit it later, so there's much less pressure.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you can say, "What were you talking to yourself for an hour?" It goes, "Oh, it's for a video. It's for a video."
Yeah.
So,
Right. Work.
and you even do it outside. I've seen a couple of videos where you actually record yourself walking down the street. I think there was one. I can't remember where you were. You might be in San Francisco, I think, and you were walking back from somewhere, and you kept walking around to the same place. You get
I was in San Juan. I got lost. I was actually legitimately very lost, which is actually worked out for the video because I didn't really know. I was just kind of filming San Juan to film it, and then I was like, I'll make a video out of this, but I had no storyline, and then I got legitimately lost, and I was like, here's my story.
I just thought it was brilliant. I'm just watching this video of you walking around like, oh look, that looks familiar. I've been here before.
I kind of think it's fun though to take people out. I used to do this web series with my friend Trish. She's my comedy partner, and it's called Shut Up, Beth. And basically we like go to really cool parts of New York, and then they're all really short videos. And as soon as I get excited about something, she tells me to shut up. It's stupid. But it's a really great way of like seeing a really cool part of New York, like Coney Island or something, and then it's just like a funny little joke, and then it's done. So I really love the idea of showing parts of the city, and I like watching them on other people's videos. You know, I mean, it's cool to be in someone's room and it's intimate, it's easier to set up the camera, but if ever I can, and not ruin whatever experience I'm having, you know, not like be the person with the camera and like lose all my friends because I'm like, let me just vlog this real quick. Then I love to film when I'm doing something. I feel like I'm taking the kids out. Come see this today, kids.
So being a YouTuber, being a vlogger, obviously, like you said, you're constantly on your guard, ready that if something happens and you want to record it, you just want to do it right then and there.
Yeah, and it's also I'm sure you know, as you know, also involved with having Vines and Instagramming and Twitter, and they all help each other out. So it's not that I'm always ready to vlog. It's that, like, if I find something or do a good Instagram, it all helps the network.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
own. So it's being aware of all those things. I'm not good at it yet, but I'm so much better than I was. But it's really, that's work, I think. It's like always being ready to share your life or put stuff out there to just be on people's minds and be relevant.
Do you ever get the fear of always trying to make sure you're funny, being a comedian?
It's yes and no, because do a lot of stuff in the New York comedy world, and that's so different and such a different pressure than the YouTube world. So on YouTube, you can be funnier easier by just being yourself, but I don't know. There's less of an attention span, so you can't like do a long joke or something. It's different, so it's kind of good in that I know which things work where. I mean, yes, I guess the answer is, of course, yes, I live in fear of not being funny. But it's nice to have two different audiences to kind of go back and forth. I feel like the YouTube audience is like my friends that like me, so I can just be myself, and hopefully it's funny, or at least just entertaining.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because obviously, yeah, when you go into the world of, because you do stand-up, yeah, is it stand-up or is it comedy sketches you do?
Both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because obviously when you go there, you're going into audiences which you're unsure that maybe they don't want to laugh that night. They could make it harder for you.
Right.
Whereas, no doubt, like you said, with your YouTube fans, you can post a video of you getting lost somewhere, and you're always going to get a comment from someone that probably make you feel better.
Yeah. And I don't have to watch them. I don't have to watch them be like, which no doubt people do watch videos doing that, even if they enjoy it. That's what I do sometimes. The funniest videos I see, and I'm just like, that's funny. I'm going to forward that to a friend. You know?
You did post a video up with people's...
oh, yeah, right? Isn't that true?
It was, because I was actually watching it like that.
Mm-hmm. I was saying how, yeah, people watch videos that could be really funny with the total stone face. It's true.
But then they end up sharing it everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because nobody actually laughs out loud, do they, at home all the time?
Oh, such a bummer.
Yeah, we should do. I think everyone should. A bit more. Everyone should actually lull.
It's the best workout. Really, it's good. Good to have.
They should have a national day, a national lull day. I reckon we should get that started, and everyone has to lull. Every time someone says a joke, if you just find it a little bit funny, you have to lull. Very loud.
Yeah, you should start that.
Maybe you should start it, and I'll just jump on board.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do that.
This is never going to
be a funny day.
Yeah. Well, it'd have to be a good day. It couldn't be like a Monday, because Mondays.
Yeah. Although that could be a good challenge for the people.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but that's too much of a challenge, isn't it?
True. It's true.
And it can be a holiday because you're taking over someone else's idea. I'd say Thursday because it's not quite Friday.
Ooh, yeah, you're making it a little bit challenging. I like it. I want my Friday. I like this. Thursday, it's a Thursday. That's definitely it.
National Lull Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to hashtag that up. Someone's probably already done it and failed miserably.
Well, we'll try again.
Keep trying. That's what YouTube's all about.
Yeah. So what's your background? Who are you?
You want to interview me now?
Uh-huh.
Well, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you interview me? Why didn't you make it a Beth and Show special interviewing me?
That's part of what Beth and Show is. I'm a host.
That's true. I've seen your hosting skills. You're very good at it. A lot better than me.
Great. What I just did was great. I was just basically the "Who are you?" was a great starter.
Do you actually want to know who I am, or are you just being polite?
What's your sign?
What's my star sign? Star sign, you say?
Uh-huh. The Zodiac sign? Do you call the star sign?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Leo. I literally just had a birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Well, it's a bit late, but I'll take that. That's fine. But that's okay. You didn't know that until a minute ago.
I didn't. I'm not really into Zodiac stuff. I just got a new app, and it's my new procrastination thing of being like, well, maybe my Zodiac is telling me I should not leave the house today.
So what did your Zodiac say today?
Oh, I didn't read it yet. It was yesterday that I was like, well, this is probably going to determine. It's right here. I'll read yours too.
Okay.
Um, Mine is loading. Hold on.
Yours is loading. Yeah.
Loading. Okay. Ooh, it says I may want to go along with the crowd today, Gemini. Everyone wants to feel like they fit in. Everyone wants to feel like others have their back. But today, you may have a better idea than everyone else, and you may have a better understanding too of what's going on. Wow. The good news is that if you stick to your guns, not only will you be doing the right thing, others will come to see you as a wise leader when your choice is validated. It's always really too positive. It always gives you a false sense of confidence. Here's yours. You may have a gut feeling about a person or an opportunity today, but what you feel may differ significantly from the popular opinion. Uh-oh, maybe that means that like you have a gut feeling that I'd be entertaining on your podcast, but it's actually different than what everyone else is thinking. As I'm reading the Zodiac, that's the sign. I'm going to stop reading that right now.
But what was funny about that is that you took a big positive from your one, but you took a massive negative from my one.
That's what I do. I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, so everything's positive when it's...
It goes on to say you are an engaging and likable person, Leo, and you are a people pleaser too, so you may not want to speak up in this situation in an effort to keep the peace. So that could be what you're doing right now, keeping the peace.
I'm trying to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
What? I didn't know. Is this a bad interview?
And effectively lead others to see the light. You will be celebrated. Boom.
Oh, I don't understand what that means.
You stick with your gut feeling that you have for today, and then if you stick with that and you lead people to whatever you think is right, you'll win. You'll be celebrated, and people will respect your opinion.
So are you the light? Are we going to say you're the light? And if I put this out, people are going to be like celebrating it?
I hope so.
God, this is good, isn't it? I might have to download that app.
This is huge.
That's amazing.
What are your favorite apps?
My favourite apps. I'm rubbish with apps. I don't ever download anything which isn't a social app, so it'd be just Twitter and Facebook. I'm just one of those people. Every other app I download it and forget it's there, and then I get the ump because my phone's full.
Me too.
So
Me too.
I end up sort of going...
It's because I was going through deleting them because it was full, and then I thought, actually, this is very useful.
I end up just looking like sometimes I just restore my phone because I'm like I can't be bothered to delete everything because I'm a bit of a hoarder. I know I've got to delete things, but then I don't want to delete them, so I keep them. But then when I keep them, I then think, well, I've got to delete them. So if I just delete everything, then I have no control.
Yeah, that's smart. I mean, you can't call yourself a hoarder if you can do that.
Yeah, I do it begrudgingly.
Yeah.
So, I'm the sort of person that would store, a garage up with stuff, and instead of emptying it, I just burn it down. I haven't actually done that, just in case.
That terrified me. The idea of that I'm a hoarder, I can't throw things away. So the idea that you could actually burn it down just cause that guttural reaction.
I've never done that. I'm allergic to fire, so.
Is that real, or is that like a metaphor?
Do you think anyone's actually allergic to fire?
Isn't everyone kind of?
That's actually true. I didn't think of that. That's a very stupid question, and lucky I can edit this bit out.
With the exception of Khaleesi, right?
Exception of what? What's that?
Khaleesi.
What's that?
Game of Thrones.
Huh?
Game of Thrones? Adam, do you watch
What?
Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, yes, you are.
Dragon Queen.
I don't know what you said. You said something else, and I was like.
I know. I saw the blank look going on. I was like, "We're gonna connect on this. I know it."
No, I know what you're talking about now. I'm with you. There's a lot of my listeners and that are probably kicking themselves. And Adam, come on, you talk about Game of Thrones enough.
It's like it's gonna get there. Then I'm like, "Am I saying her name wrong?" And I went through a whole thing. So
I think it was the connection and it maybe your Wisconsin accent a little bit.
Oh, I'm not even doing my Wisconsin right. That's if you want to hear Wisconsin. That's that right there.
I love that accent. It's the best.
It's like the only accent ever that can't be sexy.
Well, I think
nothing you could say. You could be like, "Oh yeah," like there's no way.
Well, I think
a friendly one.
Well, yeah, because I always think of Fargo whenever I hear that accent.
Oh sure. Oh yeah. You know they're making a Fargo TV show.
Are you going to be in it? You should be.
I should be in that.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't know if I will be, but I should.
Do you know who they're probably cast instead?
Claire Danes.
Yeah, I was just about to say Claire Danes.
You read minds. Across the
Yeah.
ocean.
Exactly, it's Connection by Google Hangout and apps. And star signs and Leo and people getting allergic by fire.
Mm-hmm.
So also, you do look a bit like Claire Danes, and you play up to that.
Yeah, well, I cry just like her. I have the same cry face.
Can you do your cry face now?
I'm doing it.
Do it again.
Good for the podcasters. But I can also sound like her when I missed something that day. Yeah.
See, I can't do impressions, and it really annoys me. I always try to, but I'm rubbish at them.
Oh, you gotta find the right person.
I can probably do an impression of myself.
Oh, that's a tricky one. That's too meta.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta start with like a family member, someone you know really well. Build up the confidence that you can do an impression, and then move on to someone that you look like that's famous. And then it just tumbles from there.
All right, who do I look like? Let's see whether you can name someone straight off the bat. You gotta put your glasses on for this.
Yeah. Well, my computer's really fuzzy right now. Okay, who do you look like? There's this guy, this UCB comedian. His name is Curtis Gwynn. You look like him.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I know. I figured. You look like. Who do you get that you look like?
Do you know what? I don't know. No one actually says I look like anybody.
I think you have a very unique look.
That unique, is that code for ugly?
Absolutely not. No, it's like I can't figure out your nationality. Because, like, what are you?
I'm English.
Well, I mean, yes, but your parents are both English?
Yeah, British. Maybe because my light's not very bright, so I look like I'm darker, but if you saw me, like, I'm very albino looking.
Well, I think that's cool that you don't look like anybody. I always get that I look like people. I don't know what causes people to tell me that all the time. It depends on how my hair is, but like I get a different. I don't mind it, but I mean I think that's cool to not look like other people.
Someone did once say I looked like Jack Osborne when he was fat. It's a beard, I think. No?
No.
No, okay. So, in a recent video, you did impression of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Uh-huh.
Is that your first Gwyneth Paltrow impression?
No, I've been doing her for a long time. I used to do stand-up as her. I still do sometimes. I feel like people need to see her fail at something, so I used to do stand-up and like she'd kind of tell bad jokes, and it's like my way of giving back to the people. You know, like she's too good at everything. So I'd do an impression of her kind of bombing at stand-up. No, look at. But I love her too. I like hate her. I mean, she's kind of the worst and she's obnoxious, but she really does it right. She's really kind of awesome.
She's a little bit
obnoxious and does not know how to relate to anybody. But I love her.
You love her for that. You love her for being obnoxious and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does think she's a bit too good for her own good.
She is, though. That's the thing. She's better than anything. She has better skin products and then better skin and just a better life. She had a better upbringing. She's more talented. She's better cooked than all of us. So she kind of, and she knows it. So what is she supposed to do about all that? Act like she's not? No.
No, that's fair enough. I'd be the same if I was her. So yeah.
Right.
Because that was just what made me laugh. When I saw you do an impression of Claire Danes, you did an impression of Gwyneth Paltrow, and it occurred to me, I've never actually thought that people could do impressions of people who weren't. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing unique about them that I thought you could get an impression of, but you seem to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you watch SNL? Do you watch Saturday Night Live?
No, we don't get that over here.
Oh, really? You don't watch it on the internet or anything? You should watch that. If you think my impressions are good, man. Well, maybe don't watch that show because then you'll think that I'm good. But it is kind of a lot of the thing about impressions is really finding not even like their physical, you know, like Tilda's really easy to do because it's like crazy makeup, crazy wig, crazy accent. But the other characters, it's like finding one not even a physical trait, but like something they do that's mental, like Claire Danes cries and everything.
Yeah.
And Gwyneth Paltrow is just she's just condescending, kind of in the way she talks. So it's just kind of like a personality trait that you find, and then it helps if I have blonde hair to look like. It's not like my face looks like her, but that's all. You're like channeling some part of her personality. That's it.
Have you ever picked anybody that you couldn't do, that you started, and then you just thought,
Yeah, all the time. Who did I recently try? I did a Lady Gaga video that just recently that I just couldn't. She's kind of weird. She's weird, and I was trying to make her weird, and she's like she's not weird enough to. I don't know. I had a hard time with it.
maybe
The makeup and the wig would be enough, and I just don't know. She's not inside me.
But that was a good video though, because you did it quite well, because that was when you were trying to find her and she kept hiding.
Yeah.
She was doing that weird.
But yeah.
I can't remember what she was doing. She was doing that weird sort of noise.
There's that one video she put out where she's like doing the Marina Abramovich training, and she's just naked everywhere, like doing guttural chants. So I have big fake boobs that I put on out in my backyard on myself.
What do your neighbours think about
I
it?
don't know. I mean, I've done weirder things. Maybe that's one of the weirdest things I've done, but they're like right there. I mean, it's townhouses. It's Brooklyn, so everyone's pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
You definitely see me do weird stuff.
Also, you did your Maria Sharapova,
Yeah.
which was very fun to watch, which
I like her.
I had to watch with the volume down a little bit because it sounds like porn.
Yeah. I know. I did not mean for that to happen, but I don't know. I love tennis. I love her.
Yeah.
But she really does grunt a lot. I feel bad for her. She wants to stop grunting. Actually, she said that she thinks it's smart for them to like start they want to outlaw grunting in tennis, and she says that they should start with a generation now, because for her there's no way she can stop. It'd be like changing her grip or something. It's something she's done since she was a kid. It's part of her playing. So I don't know. I feel bad for her that she like makes these huge grunts every stroke, and that sounded very dirty, but she makes these huge grunts and she doesn't want to be doing it, so it must be kind of embarrassing. She can't help it.
Like grunting Tourette's.
Yeah. So naturally, I make a video that makes her fun.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like I see the videos and I'm just like, where the hell did she get that idea from?
I was watching it on TV at the gym, and I was like, man, she's grunting a lot. And then I'd be like, it's like done.
So could you do your Tilda Swinton impression for me?
Yes. Well, it's actually, I don't understand how the connection is now on with, so I am signaling to you through my brain, and I hope you are hearing what I'm saying in my mind while I'm speaking different words. You're getting my secret message. Is that happening? Yes.
The thing is that Tilda Swinton I've never really kind of paid much attention to, but since I started watching your videos, I watch her in everything now.
Oh, she's the best, right?
She's mental.
She's weirder in her interviews than I could write her to be.
Yeah,
Sleeping
maybe
in a box at MoMA.
you're making her look normal.
I know. If I be as weird as she is, I don't have it in me.
Because one of my favourite videos, which is probably the one which of all the videos I've watched, and I have pretty much watched all of them. I've actually gone through and watched them all. Because the good thing about it, they're not too long, which it's easy. I can literally have them on play.
You can watch 100 in an hour.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. And my favourite one is the Doctor Who auditions one, which you did recently.
Yeah. I like that one too. I thought that one would be bigger than it was because I spent so much time on it. I'm always like, I don't care if it's like funny or whatever. I'm just like, don't you guys all want to watch this Mad Men I did? This one, did you see that one, the Mad Women? I like changed wigs for that one and characters, and I lip synced. That one took me so long to edit because I had to match the songs with like I can't even. I mean, I'm sure there's a smarter way to do it. It took me so long. I just wanted that video. I was like, I don't care. I just need this to be posted somewhere that gets a lot of views because it took me like days. I shouldn't have. But the Dr. Who one took a while too because of all the characters I put on. But
loads of characters, and you just sort of do them with different accents, different characters, and the way. And you say you're not very good at editing, but that was edited very well.
Well, I can like cut, I can cut the clips, but it's adding special effects and that stuff I don't know how to do.
Oh yeah, but I'm the same. I try and make short films and little stuff, and I I think to myself, if I can't do it, I'm just not going to bother. I'm going to keep it simple,
Right.
and it works.
Well, that's what I should have learned. This video I have up coming up tomorrow is one I should have kept it simple. Whatever. It's got a lot of sound.
But yeah, but why not? It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it already.
Yeah. Who cares? That's the great thing about YouTube. It's like, whatever.
So, what's the most views you've had on a video?
I don't know. The prancer size one is got a lot of views. I think because prancer size is a hot topic, and I also put socks in my pants to make it a camel toe. Did you see that one?
Yes.
So I think that helped. And I did the knife song. That's whenever you do a YouTube like trending thing.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
really took me. That was like probably the easiest video for me to make and edit. I was just like, I guess this is trending today. I'll just make this thing, and that has a lot of views. And it's kind of just like I just made a joke out of it. And of course, that's the one that's like popular.
Because obviously it must be nice knowing that once you put a video out, you know people are going to be watching because you have so many subscribers.
Yeah.
You got consistent views.
Yeah. That's definitely really great.
So that must spur you on to kind of like do more and keep doing it, and like I said, change it up and do something which may be a bit more that you're not comfortable with, but you're going to do it.
Wait, what was the first part of that? I should change it up.
No, it's good that you do change it up.
Oh, good.
Like not every video is like, because I've seen so many YouTube vloggers where they talk about different things, but it's very static. It's just them in front of the camera and they don't change anything. It would literally be like the equivalent of me sitting here right now, and it's the same background every time, and I don't move from my chair.
Right. That's why I think I'm not a YouTuber yet, because I've never understood that. And when I first started vlogging, I was like, I don't get that. I don't understand people want to watch this. I get it if you're watching them every day and like you feel like you're their friend or you are their friend and you're watching. It's just like hanging out with someone. I get that, but I could never do that.
See, I think that's the better idea, that you change it up, because then every new video is something different. Obviously, we know it's going to be you in front of a camera, but you're doing different things.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm a fan, obviously, but then, I'm just saying it because you seem to be coming across as if like, I don't think I'm a YouTuber yet.
I mean, I think I'm on my way. It's also relative. Like I've gone so far in a year, but then you go to like a YouTube thing that I recently was at, and it's like a YouTube comedy week, and it's like I'm the least known person there. So it's all relative. I think that's just coming off that.
That's good though. But I mean, you go to these events. What are they like? These events where you actually get invited to go, and what do you have to do at them?
Well, at the YouTube comedy week, I was like introducing each night's show. It was cool to be there, and like me and another YouTuber would introduce the comedy acts, and then kind of be there and chill out with people. It's cool that those worlds are converging, because those are my two worlds, and it was nice to see comedians meet YouTubers and YouTubers meet comedians and have no idea who each other are, but I know them both, and I know that they're both like really powerful in their own worlds, and that's interesting. Yeah.
All right, so to kind of like end the conversation, what sort of advice would you give to people that wanted to were in the same line of work as you, like comedians? Do you think comedians should do what you're doing, or they should use YouTube as a way of getting out there?
I definitely do. Like a year ago I would have been like, oh sure, but now it's like there's no reason not to. You can get camera equipment for so cheap. You can teach yourself to edit, and just put it up. Even if you don't have any people watching, at least you're learning and you're teaching yourself how to edit and getting better for when the project comes on that you really do want to do. And what's the harm in starting a YouTube channel and also just building that audience? Even if you have 10 followers, it's just, why not? It's so great. If it's fun for you, I guess that's it. It's fun for you.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of work, like going to edit and film and stuff. It helps in this world where we have no guarantees on any jobs. If you're in the entertainment business, it's one great thing you can have control on, even if you're making money on it. It just feels like you did something productive that you enjoy, that's your own work.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I mean, I totally agree with that. I mean, because with the podcasting that I do, um,
yeah.
I know a lot of podcasters out there which do it just for numbers and they want to get famous quick, and you like, just do it for the fun, do it for a laugh. That's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah, it looks like you're doing that. That's great. I mean, not that you're not on your way to huge success, but you do it with people you like and things you like, and that's what's so important in it. You can tell.
And I get to speak to people like you, which is good.
Yay!
Yay! See?
You made it.
I made it. I can stop now. So.
Um, oh no, not stop. I thought you meant like stop with like with our awkward complimenting. Not stop your great career trajectory that's about to happen.
We can carry on with the awkward complimenting if you want.
I can't accept them. I'm not going to give. I mean, but I really appreciate you reaching out. I think you're fabulous. Your podcast is like so fun. I hope you have just millions of subscribers by next week.
Okay, I hope so too, really. And if it doesn't happen,
Then 2 weeks.
then maybe 3. And if a couple, I give myself the target of 100 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I could be the Van Gogh.
That is that you're expecting to live very long, so that's great.
No. If I die, I could be like the Van Gogh of podcasting.
Got it. So yeah, you are including your death in that. Okay, I take back the positivity of that one a little bit, but.
But if positive way of thinking about it is I celebrate, people celebrate my life like my star sign said.
Same. Doesn't matter when it comes. Yeah.
I see the light, celebrate.
Ah, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
We've just gone full circle. This is mental.
Well, we'll talk soon about organizing National Law Day,
Definitely.
International Law Day.
It'd have to be international. We couldn't just have one on your side and on my side. Then it'd be like,
I helped you do that. Yeah, it was just over there.
yeah, no, I wouldn't like that because then you wouldn't be able to get involved because people would be like, why are you lulling? That's not till next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll feel stupid.
I would feel really stupid. Like, why didn't we just call it International Law Day and then we could have both done it?
We could have, and yeah, we'll save money because then we wouldn't have to get 2 sites, one.com, one.co.uk.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad we thought this through.
We're very clever people, you see. We're
Good, yeah.
savvy-minded. So, okay, before we go, then why didn't you tell everybody where they can find you? Not your home address, just your internet stuff.
Right. At youtube.com/BethAndShow. On the Twitters, I am at the Beth Hoyt. Instagram, Beth and Show. And that's it. Oh, and BethHoyt.com. Yeah.
Very, very easy then. So have you enjoyed our chat on the ODDcast podcast?
It's so nice to talk to you, Adam.
So they do, and I'm glad it's you because if it was someone who didn't want to talk to me, it'd be really awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be tough.
It would be. So could you sign out this interview in the style of Tilda Swinton? Could you tell everybody that it's been a great interview and how good I am? Because I want you to, because what I do want to use this clip in other ones.
Yes. So thank you very much, Mr. Barker, and I just want to say that this has been fascinating. While Adam and I have been conversing with our mouths, our brains have been having an entirely different conversation about horses, actually. And he is a very, very good rider. I don't know if you know this, but not only is he a great podcaster, but a great horseback rider. And I thank him very much for these 2 conversations. And I love this podcast, and I hope that you all enjoyed it as well. I'm Tilda Swinton, and I am an ODDcast, and this has been the ODDcast podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Adam Barker ODDcast Podcast UK.